welcome back to my channel. It's your favorite girl Udak in the building. Yay! I've done this intro like 3 times and I'm going to put the rest of it so that you guys know how much stress I go through to, you know, drop a video before I even start the video. Sometimes it takes a whole lot. I look a little different from the normal Udak. Yes, I was like, I'm tired of giving you guys the bare minimum. Let me put in effort to, you know, look good. This sit down video is going to be like, we're talking about confidence, you know, so we have to look the part to start with. Anyways, welcome back to my channel and thank you guys for stopping in. If this is your first time seeing this face, this is Udak the fam. You're most definitely welcome. Do well to click on the subscribe button and subscribe and join the family. But if you haven't subscribed, come close. No, come close. Why haven't you subscribed? Anyways, don't forget to subscribe to this video. But if you're a subscriber, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. You are the reason why I still come back here to drop more content. I would really appreciate if you like this video, comment, and as well as share it with your friends. Thank you, and let's get right into the video. I really wanted today to be like a chilled video. I didn't want to do too much. I didn't want to be all loud. I was looking for my microphone. I couldn't find it. So I really hope the audio is good and my air condition is quite loud. I'll try to denoise it, but it might still be out there. So please, quick disclaimer, that might be a little, you know, obstruction to our audio, but I'll try my best to speak out and, you know, keep it short as possible as well. So already before you clicked on this video, I'm pretty sure you must have seen the title. It's about confidence, 10 traits to know that you're a confident person. Now I'm really going to be tilting more on quiet confidence, because gone are the days to which people feel like being loud and being noisy is you being confident. For me, the real confidence is actually being the quiet person. You know, people all usually mistake confidence. There's so many definitions of confidence, by the way, but the most common, which is completely wrong, is you being loud. For me, I think the reverse is the case. If you're a loud person, I just see you trying to be defensive, or you're hiding a lot, or you're very insecure with yourself. A confident person is most of the time quiet, you know. And from these 10 characteristics, you know if you're a confident person, or you could work on these characteristics and the way the world is. You tend to mix up with very toxic people, and along the way you might leave miss your confidence level, or you might drop to a certain, you know, lower level, and it's never late to pick it up again, you know, from certain characteristics that you put out. So this video is going to be very educative more than being entertaining, because it's going to trigger some certain part of your body, certain parts of your ego, you know, but I really think it's for a good cause. So without further ado, let's get into these 10 characteristics that anybody that exudes these characteristics is classified or considered a confident person. Yeah, I have with me the list of stuff on my phone, so I'll be looking down a lot. I would have loved to make this video without my glasses, but yeah, we need to see what we're talking about. Anyway, so the first characteristic is that you are open-minded. Now, being amicable is often characterized as a timid person's, you know, trait or behavior, but I stand to disagree with that. Yes, it takes confidence to stand up for to stand up for yourself and what you believe in, but it takes even more strength to keep some views to yourself, especially if the, you know, opposing opinion doesn't pose any threat or any problem whatsoever to the people. So sometimes you can be like, oh, I disagree with this person, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not necessary. Whatever he runs with can still work. You learn to keep your views to yourself, and that is one of the first signs to which I know you're a confident person. Yeah, being loud about your views and being this open talker can be, you know, perceived as confidence, But truly, I think, like I said earlier, the reverse is the case. Being extremely loud sometimes and very opinionated can ooze insecurity, and you trying to be defensive. It looks like you're seeking validation, and that is one of the red flags to show that you have low self-esteem. Now, a confident person doesn't have to force their views or their opinion down your throat. They will, however, say it. Sometimes they don't. You don't need to seek validation or make people like what you like, and that means you're a confident person. The second characteristic of a confident person is that you share your feelings. Sharing your feelings and being vulnerable takes a lot of strength, and it shows that you are very aware of self, if that makes sense. To be categorized confident, you should be able to share your feelings to people, especially when you're vulnerable. Now, if you like someone, you should be able to tell the person, oh, I don't like you, I love your dress. It's not going to change anything. A lot of girls struggle with this situation. They rather die than compliment you, and that shows low self-esteem. As well as, if someone hurts you, you should also be able to walk up to this person. You discuss how this person hurt you and what this person did, and you express yourself than holding it back. If you're a confident person, you feel comfortable in your own skin. Now, to further explain on that, they don't have a list out of things they would love to change about themselves when they look into the mirror. They believe that they are okay the way they are, and once they have this mindset, it oozes out in their in the way they carry themselves when they walk into a room, when they talk, when they socialize. You could see them, they're not stuttering, they're not afraid. A lot of us, including me, probably suffered that. I had to work on that, and I really believe you can. You just have to believe that you are unique the way you are. There's someone possibly admiring you the way you are. So for you to exude confidence, you need to believe in your own, believe in yourself, be comfortable in your own skin. Don't be deterred by what another person is doing or how the other person is looking. You be comfortable with yourself. If you think, okay, maybe the person's weight might be the problem, a confident person believes that if they work out, eat right, and do a couple of other things, they can only get better. But for the meantime, they are good. So for you to be a confident person, you have to work on that aspect of you being comfortable in your own skin. Okay, there are lots of misconceptions. So first of all, the fourth characteristics of that we're going to talk about today about a confident person is that they are assertive when necessary. Emphasis on when necessary. Now, it is very normal for anybody to be lost or not know. People mistake a confident person to be all-knowing. Really, no, nobody is all-knowing. It is very normal for you to ask questions, or not have a particular place to go for dinner, or not have a specific pattern to where you live your life, and you ask for another person's opinion. But in this case, for instance, if someone is trying to take advantage of you, you can say no and stick to your guns. You don't deter from it. You're like, I'm not comfortable, I don't like the way you talk to me, I don't like the way you did that, and you stick to it. You don't bend it. That's where the assertiveness comes in. Likewise, if you have something to say and you want to talk to somebody, you speak up for yourself without having to go about a bit about the bush. You call this person up and say, oh, I need your help, I need you here. That is you being assertive for what you want, and you go for it. So don't mix it up with always being this rigid. And I'm going to try to soften it, because in as much as I'm a feminist, I need water. In as much as I am a feminist, I still believe in femininity. So a confident person is not proud. Don't mix it up. A confident person is not always right. Don't mix it up. In this case, it simply just means that if you're not comfortable, if something about you that is not right, and maybe someone's behavior to you is not what you stand for, a confident person will actually tell you no and they stick by it. Yeah, the fifth characteristics of a confident person is you have boundaries. Now, it's quite similar to being assertive. Having true confidence means that you have boundaries and you can say no when you need to. You're happy to do things for people. You're happy to be that friend that is always available. You're very comfortable to be that person that, you know, that people rely on. However, you know when to say no. That's its boundaries. You get, because a lot of people can sense when you don't have boundaries, and best believe they will take advantage of it to the maximum. So a confident person have boundaries. They know when they say, oh, I'm so sorry, I would have loved to help you, but I can't leave my house at this time. I would have really loved to help you, but I need some rest. Do have a lovely time. Or no, you cannot visit. Or no, I can't come with you. Or no, I'm not available. Boundaries. You don't let people walk over you, call you names. If your boundaries is, oh, for me, I believe this is the trend, or this is the trend. If you're among people, you have to be comfortable with whatever they say, but that is not your aim. And as a confident person, you should tell someone that, oh, this is my boundary, you cannot cross this, and that's very fine. Anybody that is not comfortable with that should take a walk. That shows that your confidence level is high and unshakable. Number 6 characteristic of a confident person is that you seek help, or you ask for help when you need one. People like always think that you being a confident person that means that you are all-knowing. Like I said earlier, I think I did a point in this video, I tried to say, I just jumped in and I said a confident person doesn't necessarily mean they have it all put together. No, a confident person is not, okay, let me not just run faster, that would be the conclusion, but a confident person asks for help when they need one. They don't just keep quiet when they're going through a lot. So a confident person asks for help, willing to learn, and actually learn from what someone says, be it in studies, be it in school, be it in a relationship or whatsoever. You're ready, you're even extremely humble to learn from people that you might think, or other people might think don't matter. Vulnerability is no weakness for you. Vulnerability is even your strength. So you should be able to seek help when you need help, and you don't just die in silence. So don't let people make you feel like you are less confident because you're asking questions. Don't let anybody make you feel you're less confident because you don't know a particular thing. It only shows that you have strength within yourself. So that takes us to the next characteristics. I'm trying to rush this whole thing so I don't get to make anybody bored or make the video extremely long. So the 7 characteristics of a confident person is that you admit your mistakes and apologize when needed. Please, I really took my time to, you know, write this stuff out the way it should be. When needed, you know, you don't just go about saying sorry just for peace to reign. That's, to me, I feel like it's just plain stupidity. A confident person, you know, admits their mistakes. They know that mistakes is part of life, part of living. There's not how you're human that you know, you know, make a mistake once or twice. So, but a true confidence is when you acknowledge that, oh, you must have said something when you were angry, or said something when you were misguided or triggered whatsoever emotion, and you say something that you know deep down would hurt the other. That's you walking up to the person and saying, oh, I'm so sorry, I know what I said must have hurt you, and I swallow my pride this moment to say I am really sorry. Now that goes into relationship, at work, and whichever scenario. It takes so much strength to do that. So don't think you being confident means that you are, sorry for the word, doesn't mean that you are above anybody. You just, you know, get rude and you're doing your thing, you don't look back. If you fuck person up, maybe they go front, that's not the case. For a confident person, you look back sometimes and be like, oh, sometimes you need to look back and be like, maybe my action might be the reason why someone is, you know, behaving. You're not always right, you know. It's a dicey situation. You need to have a balance. So a confident person should be able to, or is able to acknowledge their mistake and apologize when needed. Okay, the 8th characteristics of a confident person is that you can talk to anyone. Now I'm going to stop just rambling through or rushing through the whole topics. I would love to sit back and talk about it because the struggle that I experience. I'm a Gen Z, but I always feel a little ashamed to categorize with that group. That is the fact that it's a fact that I'm a Gen Z. But when you listen to some of our Gen Z talk and their behavior, you're like, God, really, do I really want to be categorized as this set of people? However, that is besides the point. Now we are in a world where being mean is categorized confident. A lot of things is turned upside down, and you're like, especially if you grow up with the millennials or other generation, and you're like the only Gen Z in your family or wherever you grew up, you tend to be mixed up because you one day want to behave right, but in your own generation the trend is that the reverse is the case. Now a lot of people, for me, I used to have difficulties conversing with friends, girls, because of this mean attitude they will just give you. It was a thing, and if you know, you know. When you meet a fellow girl, you don't just randomly say hi. Everybody just feels like that's you trying to tag along. No, it could just be that you're a confident person and you love to converse. Now I'm going to pause right there because that desperados and the people that are just too unnecessarily friendly, and you might not be in the mood and they push too hard. Now that's not what I'm talking about. Those are the category I'm really focusing on talking about. The category I'm talking about is you being naturally a friendly person, as you should be. The welcome you receive from some of these girls sometimes can be very discouraging, and that's going to affect your further relationship with people. You tend to wait for them to say hello first before you say. But really, a confident person is able to start up a conversation anywhere with anybody, with a colleague, at a workshop, anywhere you meet any new person. You should be able to talk to the person and not shy away. Confident person to say, oh, it's self-respect, I don't want to chop shit from anybody, let me put myself to order. And for those girls that you don't know anybody from nowhere and you're just putting up, first time someone meeting, you're putting up a dead character, please, with due respect, come close. I'm talking to you. That is gutter behavior. I don't know where you learned it from. All those your mean girl set of friends in secondary school that you used to form, you don't talk to us until those things don't finish. So at this point in your life, you should learn to talk to people. You don't know who's going to help you. Be very friendly. That's going to ooze out confidence in you. And you don't just get rude, except the person is not overdoing or overstepping your boundary. You can as well open up and tell the person, oh, I don't like this, this is where you should stop. But you see that whole crying face, snubbing, easing, doing this, doing the mean girl thing, my dear, that is gutter. Now back to what I was saying, because I don't want to lose my cool. You need to be able to talk to just anybody respectfully, because some people are not your mates. So, but you can converse. If the person is trying to be rude, you know how to place the person. So don't deter, don't change because the particular trend is not fitting your behavior. The confident person is not shaky and all of that. So let's go into the next characteristic. Oh my god, this is my very, very much favorite. So you don't feel silence is unnecessary. Oh, I love this. I love this because you can already tell it was a struggle for me. So I'm going to read it in quotes. Being sociable and able to talk to anyone is a clear sign you have a confident personality. But likewise, you don't feel the need to fill every silences with words. When you have a confident personality, you can happily sit with pauses in conversation without feeling the need to jump in. You can comfortably enjoy, you can enjoy comfortable silences without having to worry if the silence is for a negative reason. You don't need to just be talking because you're a confident person. You can actually be the quiet one, because already as I started this conversation or this topic, it was mainly around quiet confidence, because that is the one I understand, that's the one I stand by. And that's, if you've been doing all the talking and asking all the questions, show your confidence and don't feel the next silence and let the other person have a say. You and the conversation will be better. 10 characteristics of a confident person is you don't brag. Now, because of the trend among young Gen Zs these days, you are easily classified once you walk into a new group, or meeting new people for the first time. The very first thing is they try to classify you so they know how to place you. And because of that pressure, even a confident person sometimes can be shaken, but you shouldn't. You might be forced to, initially, just meeting somebody, you just start telling the person what you have, what you're about, and what you're up to, except you ask me, and I definitely will tell you. I won't have to downplay my success or whatever it is I have to make you comfortable. And that's not the case here. The case here is you trying, without even, unprovoked, just telling people, oh, I just got a new car, I just moved into my new apartment, I'm going to do this, I'm traveling to the Maldives tomorrow, I'm going to Zanzibar, I'm doing this, and blah 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 blah, just to make the person know that, oh look, you're not a low class person. Really, as a confident person, you don't need to do that. Let your silence, let your appearance, let the way you talk for you. Don't use the word. Someone had to advise me. I used to struggle with that, and I still hold that to my heart. The person said, avoid the statements that starts with I. Don't explain yourself to people. Rather, maybe on your birthday or any special occasion, let people be the one to tell you, oh, Uduak is like this is what Uduak does, and you'll be like, oh, I'm acting surprised, like as if you do not know. But resist the urge to start every statement with I, except you're trying to answer a question. But if you are just holding a conversation and you see yourself making references to some of your attributes or your successes or whatever the case may be, that's a red flag. There's nothing wrong with sharing yourself. Like I said, if someone should ask you, by all means, yes, I just got my degree, I'm pursuing my master's now in Harvard, I'm doing this, whatever it is you want to do, only when you're asked, right? But I'll conclude by saying that a lot of people, this last characteristics has brought me to conclude that a lot of people believe that acquiring material things, having the most expensive hair, being the trendy girl, being on point, being that girl, means that that's going to boost your confidence level. Like you have the latest car, the latest gadget. Really, I want to tell you first hand from someone that knows it very well, confidence is not tied to those things. In fact, if you do not have most of those things now, this is the best time for you to start building your confidence level. Confidence should be from within, because if your confidence is attached to some of those material things you've been able to acquire, trust me, when your own stop, now another person starts. How long will you be in competition with these people just to feel your confidence? I would love to conclude that confidence is portrayed by how you carry yourself and what you do and what you say. Now, it comes from knowing your worth. So you first of all need to start by loving yourself. Trust me, the very first thing a very narcissistic person will want to do to you is to make you feel less of yourself. Once you feel less, they can do any other thing to you. But once they are not able to do that, you are in charge. So you need to learn to love yourself as a young girl, as a young boy, or even a big girl or a big boy. Love yourself, know your self-worth, and stick to your guns. It's not pride. I know there's a thin line between pride and confidence, and I think from these characteristics I've been able to convince you who a true confident person is and the difference between confidence and pride. Thank you so much for sticking to the end of this video. If you've gotten to the end of this video, don't forget to comment thank you or whatever it is you want to say for me to know that you've gotten to this part of this video. I think I should have a word so that I will know that really you've gotten to the end. Should be confident. Just type confidence on the comment section and I'll know that you watched to this point. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Don't forget to subscribe, it's very important. If you really love this video, if you really learn a thing or two from this video, don't forget to share it with your friend. You might not be able to explain in details, but this video I think might help the person as much as it had helped you. Thank you so much and see you in my next one. Bye.